Chanelle video without a hair flip? Huh? No. Did y'all see that? Oh no.
Now, is she worth it? Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Yeah, she is worth it, honey. Hey sunshines, it's your stay-at-home mom, Sophie Chanelle, and I am back with another hair review. And not only is it a hair review, this is an install tutorial to see how I got this beautiful look from these butterfly locks, as well as the illusion method that I use to give the look of individual locks. But sis, it's crochet. There's no wrapping, no slapping, no twisting, no turning, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I'm gonna give you my methods to achieve this flawless install of these locks that will save you time. It will save you money. It will save you gas, possibly. Yeah, just order it online. They ship it to you. Yes, these are the 12-inch locks from NISEYO hair. They were sent to me to review for you guys. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned if you want to see how I got this look and other looks with these locks. After the tutorial, meet me right back here at the end to get my final thoughts, pros and cons, as well as the specs on these locks. I'll see you guys in the outro. Hey y'all, so you see me starting out in freshly washed, dried, and stretched hair. The first thing that you will need is a precision parting rat tail comb. It has the separated hook in the front, which helps to kind of get the part going, in the metal tail, which also helps to give you clean, neat parts. And here I'm just doing an outline just to see if I like how this is going. This isn't me starting. The next thing you'll need is an edge tamer or braid gel. This pretty much just helps you clean up your parts and just keep everything all together. So then I'm just going back in with this Black Panther. This is my first time using this one. I usually use Shine and Jam for like my braided styles, but I decided to try something new. And so once you have your part set out, you're going to go ahead and start just braiding. And in the front, you want to get a good grip, but not so tight, because you don't want this to be so tight that it's difficult to get your braids through. Another point to mention is that you can see on that first braid, I only braided about 1 inch or so down. You want to braid about 3 inches or so. So that was the first mistake that I made and had to go back and braid it down a little bit further. Typically with the illusion crochet braid pattern, you grab what's the braid that's on the first row and bring it into the braid on the second row. But with this pattern, I'm not doing all of them just straight back. Some of these will cross over into diagonal connections on that second braided row, if that makes sense. Okay, so now that we are on the second row, what I'm doing now is just trying to decide, like, okay, do I want this first row braid to go into this braid, that braid? And what I'm just doing is trying to figure out which one I should bring this into based on where I'm going to have my parting space. If I'm going to wear my hair on the left side, like a left side part, I want those braids that I'm connecting from the front row to the second to be less visible in those places. So I'm just going and figuring out, okay, like where can I add this? And then basically all that you're doing is just as you're starting your braid on the second row, you're going to move that braid from the first row into the second and incorporate it into that same braid. Easy peasy.
Dirty wine girl, don't need to read your mind, I can see the signs, girl. Hey, hey, if love is blind, girl, body like Braille, let me read between the lines, girl. Down like loose change, let's try new things.
So as you see, repetition is the name of the game. What I'm just doing is the same thing I did on the first row, incorporating that braid into the second row. The second row will now be incorporated into the third row, so on and so forth. And this is how you'll be able to not know how to cornrow and do this method all the way down the back. I didn't do that. I cornrow the back, but you could do this all the way. And this is what the final look of the braid pattern is once I've crocheted my braids back into each other. And now you see the contents of the package. You get 6 packs of 12 strands of these butterfly locks for a total of 72, as well as the crochet needle.
Let's try new things. Where you shake your body, give me mood swings. Running through my mind, she go Usain. Got me thinking about giving her my last.
Okay, so I'm slowing it down so I can show you the wrong way and the right way to crochet these butterfly locks. So you see this crochet needle was pointing upwards, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that lock through. Now this is the correct way to crochet, but the wrong direction. You're going to see that with that crochet needle pointing upwards, this lock is sticking out. That's not what we want. Now I'm pointing my needle downward, and I'm going to take that lock, put it in through the hook, slide it under my hair, and then I'm going to pull the end of the lock through that loop, pull it downward, and you're going to see a major difference in how this lays versus what the first one looked like. It's so much flatter. And I'm going to break this down to you later in the video, but now this is just how you crochet a lock into the parts that you have already separated out and braided. What you want to do is just add a lock to each of those semicircle, square, scallop shape things. And you want to do that all throughout to give that illusion that each of those locks were individually braided, wrapped into that part.
The way you're moving, oh, my baby, they drive me crazy, oh, so crazy, oh, about you, my baby, oh, that's how I really feel. Be like, I wanna just rock your body, rock your body.
Okay, so I'm going to slow it down, get up close so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Here you see I have my individually parted illusion braid thing going on here. And what you're going to do is at each specific box is where you're going to add a lock. So what I have here is one individual lock. It has a tiny hole here. What you want to do is open that up as wide as you can get it so that all of this can fit through. So I just kind of put my pointer finger in there, and you always want your crochet hook to go in the direction that you want your hair to lay. So in this case, I want my hair to come down this side, like lay this way. So I'm going to have my crochet needle going downward when I insert it. And so once you have that through your block, you want to have a little slack. You're going to open up that crochet latch, slide that lock on, close it, pull it through, and then you want to get your hole again, get your finger in there, and then you're just going to grab the other end of the lock, pull it through that hole, And with this particular hair, you want to make sure you keep holding this open while you're pulling through, because I noticed when I didn't do that, it kind of drug the hair with it. And there you have it. So there is one, and I'll do another one up close, slow-mo, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Again, going to this next box here, you're going to slide your crochet needle in, and sometimes you may find it's a little tight. If it's tight to get the needle in, it's going to be tight to get the crochet latch in. So you just want to find another spot where it's a little bit looser. You don't want too much tension on your hair, and that lock can slide through more easily. I don't like a lot of tension on my hair. You know, I'm all about protective styles being exactly that, protecting. I'm not trying to damage my hair for a style. So I got it in. I'm just putting my finger through the hole. Then I'm just going to get this lock through that same loop. Pull while I'm holding it open. Boom. There you go. I look crazy now, but we'll get to the end result in just a few. And now I'm just sharing with you different styling methods as to how you can wear this hair.
Somebody not try to just work the middle, work the middle, work and just a little, for a little, flex on the beat. When it's hot, we just turn up the heat. Bring your body here right next to me. You look like the perfect man. This could be the perfect dance. So come on, go ahead and just flex.
And we are back. Yes, we are back, and I am here to give you all of the deets, all of the specs, plus my pros and cons on these locks. So again, I have to send a huge thank you over to NISEYO for sending me these butterfly locks to review. And I will say, in all transparency, I'm not a big locks person, nor am I the hugest braid person. I don't know, for some reason, when I have like these individual parts shown on my head, I feel like my head is kind of big to kind of pull off these sort of styles, especially like a shorter length. But this one is kind of growing on me. I specifically love it pulled back like I had it in the intro. So yes, you can style these locks multiple ways. So, but before we get into all of that, I will say that again, this company is called NISEYO. This is handmade hair for these locks. These are in 12 inches, and this is going right under $50 on their Amazon site. So I will have the links to their Amazon store as well as their website in the description box. Now, I'm just going to go through my little rundown of this hair. So again, the length is 12 inches and it's falling right about here on me. So just a couple inches below my clavicle. I am 5'5.5" for height reference. I didn't experience any tangling or shedding with this hair, their locks, so that wasn't an issue. I will give you a close-up of the hair. And you can see they have their own individual distressed loops. You can go in if it's your preference and make these a little bit more distressed if you want, so that it's not as uniformed. You can just go in and just pull on these to your liking. It's all a preference thing. So the durability of these locks, I feel like they are super good quality. I feel like they're very durable. I think that these will last you for your full install up to however long. I wouldn't leave them in for more than 4 weeks or so. But I believe that even after you've worn these, if you've taken really good care of them, you could possibly reuse them for a second install. Again, depending on how rough or not you are with your installs and how you maintain them. So here's the lock again. This is very, it's flexible, but also very sturdy. So I do enjoy that. Like, again, very high quality lock. This hair did not have any certain smell. I typically go in and do like an apple cider vinegar rinse on my crochet hair before I install. I didn't do that with this lock, with these locks, and I haven't had any irritation. Typically, if I put like hair that's not been, you know, through my apple cider vinegar rinse, which I'll link that here if you haven't seen that video, very short video of how to clean your crochet hair. Like, as soon as it touches my face, my neck, I'm like breaking out instantly with like contact dermatitis, and it's just a whole thing. And I haven't had that with these locks so far, so that's a pro in my book. I would say that these locks are very beginner friendly, but there's a contingency with that. So the contingency being, if you are already familiar with crochet styling and doing it on yourself, very beginner friendly. If you already know how to cornrow, very beginner friendly. But the tea is, sis, even if you don't know how to cornrow, I show you a method. If you watched my install, you would have seen that you can do these individual square semicircle boxes all the way back without having to cornrow. Now, once I got to my crown, I did cornrow to the end. However, the method that I showed in the beginning, you can do that throughout all the way to the back. So for those that don't know how to cornrow, I got you. I got you. So in terms of how much hair I use, so when you order from NISEYO, you get 6 packs or 6 bundles of this hair. Each bundle has 12 strands. So for this particular install, I installed almost 5 of the packs. I have 3 strands remaining from the 5th pack. So 72 strands total, 60, 57 locks, I believe, that I have installed. I think that's right. I'm not sure. I'm not even knowing if I'm calculating that right. But I will say I installed these at first, took them out, and when I was editing, I just was not pleased with the footage. So I came back to reshoot. So these locks this is my second time installing these locks, and I feel like they still look good. As far as butterfly locks go, I think they still look really good. So again, I believe it can be beginner friendly. I'm trying to think of all of the things that I have with my rundown. Another pro for this particular style is that with these butterfly locks, you can keep this style in for a long time. I love a style that is going to last me, like a protective style where I don't have to manipulate my own hair is A+ in my book. Another pro to this hair is the affordability. To go and get this hairstyle done in a salon setting by a professional, you're looking at upwards $200+. And if you're talking about individuals, $300+. So $50 and doing it yourself, $300+ getting someone else to do it. $50 me, please. Yes, so overall, you guys, I really like the look. I was very hesitant at first because I just was like, this look is not going to fit me. But this second go around, I'm like, okay, I like it, especially the pullback look. And you will see that I show you a couple of different styles that you can do with these locks. This is only 12 inches, so it is a little bit harder to pull all of this up. But if you want to do that, you definitely can. A con for this hair, I will say, there aren't many. But some of the holes on the locks, let me see if I can grab one. So some of the holes on the locks, the loops, were very, very tiny. I only had a problem with one of the packs where the majority of them were smaller. The other ones went through my crochet hook without an issue. But some of these holes were a little bit smaller, so it was just really having to kind of really force your finger through that loop to kind of get it to open up wide enough that when you bring this through, that it won't snag where the butterfly, the distressed loops are in the the lock. So that was the only con that I really had with this hair. Yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any questions about this hair, anything like that, please feel free to drop it down in the comment section. Otherwise, I think that's it. If you want to see more styles with this hair or any of my other styles, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at the Sophie Chanelle or on my Facebook page, Sophie Chanelle 1. And let me know. You can see all of my content there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this look, if you enjoy this video or any of my other videos, please do me a huge favor. Like the videos. Leave me some comments in the comment section. It really helps my channel a lot when you guys give me feedback. And also subscribe if you aren't. I would definitely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And share it with your friends. Share it on Facebook, share it on your Twitter, share it on Pinterest, Instagram, all of that. And if you try any of these styles, please tag me so that I can see how beautifully you pull off your style. That's about it, guys. I will catch you guys in the next video. Be blessed, have an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Your girl got individuals. Your girl got individuals. No, she didn't. No, I didn't.
You look like the perfect man. This could be the perfect dance. Come on.